Hello, so I'm gonna teach you how to solve the level 0 or move from level 0 to level 1 in the Bandit wargame. So Bandit wargame is basically what we use to familiarize with basic Linux commands. So me being a beginner in Linux as well, so this quite helps. So in the first we are going to be using SSH command. So this is what is used to connect remotely to a different computer and then access all the resources in there. Okay, so we are trying to connect to this uh, thing right there. So currently, okay, let me just exit from Bandit 4. That's how far I've reached. So SSH Bandit, let's do with Bandit 0. So all we have to do is provide the username followed by @ and the domain name. So bandit.labs.overthewire.org followed by a -p. That is where we are going to use the port, and we're going to be trying to connect to port 2220. So the first password is given in the description of the problem itself, bandit 0. So we're going to log into that, and then we have successfully cleared. Now inside this, so let me quickly solve bandit 1 as well. So in the level 1, what we have to do is we have a file called readme inside the directory that we are currently in here. So for that, all we have to do is, let me clear this. So list command, so this gives me a readme. So if I use cat command and hit readme, what I'm going to get is the password for level 1. So it just said that readme file has the password for bandit level 1. So I'm going to copy that, exit from bandit 0, and then again use the SSH on bandit 1. So, and then I'm going to simply paste the password, and well, I'm logged into level 1 as well. Now moving on to level 2, what we have is we have the password for the next level stored in a file called dash. So dash file system in Linux cannot be accessed directly as we can access the regular files, right? So if I list, then I have a dash file. So if I try to cat dash, then I'll be prompted with this terminal where I can pass this, but actually this file has the password for level 2. And in order to get that, so press Ctrl C to exit that. So let me do that. So in order to get into or print the content of dash, you need to pass the whole path. So let's print my current working directory. So I'm going to use cat and then home / bandit1 / dash. Then I'm going to be provided with a password. So notice this home bandit1 directory. I can also use dot slash and then, sorry, that's the current working directory that I'm in, and then simply pass the file name dash, then also it prints my content in the file. So I'm going to exit this, I'm going to SSH into bandit1, then this is going to be bandit2, and let me paste in the password and press enter. Okay, successfully cleared level 2 as well. Now moving on to level 3, the password for the next file is stored in a file called, so our file name is spaces in this file name. So let's see if we have that. List command, spaces in the file name. So if I do cat spaces in this file name, then what happens is I cannot see the content. Why? Because this spaces in between the file name is going to treat this as an option for the cat command, right? So in order to ignore this, what I can do is cat, use spaces and a backslash that skips the character following the spaces, that is in space, again a backslash skipping the space, and then this backslash skipping the space between this and file name and file name. Okay, now I can see the password, but this is kind of tedious. So what I prefer is you can do this as well. Use the quotes and then pass in the file name directly, like spaces in this file name, and then also you can view the results. So this is much better and more convenient for me. So I'm gonna try to log into bandit 3. So this would work. So bandit 3 is cleared as well. Now let's move on to bandit level 4. So here the password for the next level is okay. So hidden directory. So in hidden directory, what we have is a dot followed by a file name. So file name. So this file name file is hidden because it has a dot before the file name. So in Linux, that's how we identify the file name. So if I list, then I have an in here directory. So let's change directory cd to in here and then list. So I can say nothing. Why? Because the file content is hidden. So in order to view, we can use lsal. So now we can see that this hidden file is now visible. Now in order to print it, we can simply cat dot and then hidden, and we can see the password for that. So yeah, we're going to try to SSH to bandit 4. Nothing changes except for the username, right, and the password obviously. Bandit 4 is clear as well. Let's move on to bandit 5. So on 5 what we have is okay, yeah, the password for the next level is stored in the only human readable file. So we have file, and here you can notice the file command. So let's explore it a little bit. So file command can give you the type of the file, and what's human readable, we can read text, right? So text file could be one option. So that's the directory. So let's change to in here and then list. So we have different file names. Let's try to print just one file 00. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So as we were saying, this file is preceded by a dash file name, and in order to print the content of the dash file name, what we have to do is we are in the current working directory. Now what we want is file 00. Now I can say random characters. Now I cannot read this, so this might not be a password. You can individually keep on checking every files, but that's going to be very, very tedious. So what we're going to do is use the file command. So we have the file command followed by the current directory. What I'm going to see is we have everything. Okay, let me explain it this way. ls. Okay, so every file has this part common within them, right? So what we're going to do is file in the current working directory. We're going to have file, and then the last part could be anything, 00, 01, 02, 03, right? Now I can see that this is a data file, data file, data file, data file, data file, but this is an ASCII text file. So file number 7. So we can directly print file 07. Now this is the password. Copy it, simply exit it, and now what we cannot do is SSH. Oh, sorry. Oh, I should have changed it to bandit 5, right? So SSH bandit 5. Let's paste it, and that's great. Okay, we have cleared level 5 successfully as well. Now move on to level 6. Here what we have, the password for the next level is stored in a file somewhere under the in here directory and has the following properties. So it's human readable, it's 1033 bytes in size, and it's not executable, and we have this command find. So we can exploit this command to exactly find us the file that we want. So let's move into in here, and we have maybe here lots of directories. So everything, if you check this out, so this every file is a directory right here, right? So let's move on to cd maybe here 00 and lsal. So we have this many files within this file directory. So we have tons of files here. So that's going to be very, very tedious to go and individually check everything. So what we're going to do is, since we have everything here, we're going to use find command. By using find command, what I'm going to do is, what are the description that we've been provided with? We have human readable, 1033 bytes, not executable. So first of all, we're going to be using its readable, right? Then what we're going to be using is size. And what's the size? 1033 C. C representing bytes. And then we have not executable. So yeah, this is where we want to go. So copy that, cat it, paste it, and we have the password. Use that as such into Bandit 6. Simply paste it, and we have successfully cleared level 6 as well. Moving on to level 7. Moving on 7 says password for the next level is stored somewhere on the server. It's notice somewhere on the server. So till now we were inside the home and the user directory, but now it says anywhere on the server and has the following properties: owned by the user Bandit 7, owned by group Bandit 6, and 33 byte in size. So first of all, this. Now if I do this, then I'll be going in the root directory, right? If I do this, then I'll be going in the home directory. Okay, so now what I have to do is find dot in the very root directory. So what I'm supposed to do is, we have user, right? And what's our user? Bandit 7 and group Bandit 6. User Bandit 7, group Bandit 6, and sizes are 33. Size 33C. Oh, what went wrong? This should have worked. Okay. Yeah, it is. Now, here you can see some permission denied things. So previously I was not in the root directory, so it was just checking inside my home directory. So I changed to the root directory and try to find the file. So I have lots of permission denied thing, right? But among this, you can find a file that should have us the permission right here. So we have this directory that does not say that we do not have permission to view that file. So we're going to do this, and this is going to be our password. So we're going to exit this and SSH add Bandit 7 and paste it and see if it works. Okay, it works. Okay, we're going to do this much for this very first session, and I hope I could continue this in the later days. Thank you very much.